Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 19 of our 28-day challenge. Start your day with movement. I know for all of you who are in Ontario, we have a little bit of some sad news yesterday. So we're going to start our session today with some breath just to ground us back to the present. There's nothing we can do about it, so we might as well just accept it and move on. So we're gonna line our backs to start. We're gonna do some nice big deep breathing. Like I said, we're gonna bring ourselves back to centering our bodies in the present with today, and then we'll get going with some movement. So you're gonna line your back. You're gonna place your hands just at the bottom of your ribs. So if you're a female, just below your bra line. For guys, just below your chest line. I want your fingers there because I want you to feel your ribs move in the back. So you're going to inhale through your nose. Think about increasing pressure on your ribs or on your fingers as you inhale. Then we're going to hold our breath for 4 seconds. Then we're going to exhale, and it should feel like your ribs come down, in, and back, and you should feel a little bit less pressure on your fingers. So we're going to inhale, hold, and exhale through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Ribs expand, hold, and out. As you're exhaling, imagine you're blowing up a balloon. Breathe in through your nose, let your ribs expand, increase pressure on your hands. Hold, and out. 2 more, breathe in. Hold, and out. Last one, breathe in through your nose. Breathe out, hold. And breathe out. Excellent. Just take your hands out, put the mouth on each side. Spread your feet out a little bit wider than your hips. And we're going to do some windshield wipers, letting your knees come down from side to side. Keep your shoulder blades on the ground, shoulders relaxed. And then when you get your knees over to the side, think about trying to push, especially your top leg, down towards the floor to get a little bit more stretch through your obliques and your hip flexors. Always maintaining your nice big deep breaths. Good. And roll yourself up and sit cross-legged. We're going to stretch forwards. So whatever foot you start with, don't worry about it. We're going to encourage you to switch feet in your cross-legged position. You're going to tuck your chin in first, slide your hands down, try to reach as far forwards as you can, but make sure your butt bones stay on the floor. Try to ground your back, take a deep breath in through your nose, expand your ribs, and out. And then slowly curl back up. Curl your chin in, reach as far forwards as you can. Remember, butt bones are staying on the floor. We're letting our low back round. So our tailbones should be pointing down towards the floor. Breathe in and out. And roll back up. 1 more. Tuck your chin in. Roll forwards. Really allow your back to round. Keep your butt bones on the floor. Take a deep breath in. Expand those ribs. And out. And come back up. This time you're going to switch your legs. So cross over in the other position, and we're going to reach over top of our knee. So same thing, I'm trying to anchor. So if I'm going to the left, I'm trying to anchor my right butt cheek onto the floor so that I get a nice stretch, and I'm trying to open up the side of my body. And I'm trying to reach a little bit further ahead with my right arm. Then you're going to come back up and repeat the same thing on the left. So keep your legs crossed. Anchor that left butt bone onto the floor. Reach over your top of your right knee and try to reach a little bit further with that left hand. You should feel the stretch on the side of your body. You might even feel it as deep as right beside your spine. Come back up. Back over to the left. Anchor that right butt cheek onto the floor. Reach a little bit further ahead with the right arm. Take some nice big deep breaths. And back up. And left. Take a deep breath in. And out. And back up. Beautiful. You're going to put your feet out into a straddle position. If you struggle to sit up in this tall straddle position, feel free to go up against a wall to help you. You can also change the angle of your straddle based on your level of flexibility. We're going to take our right hand and we're going to be reaching up overhead. So take your left hand, put it underneath your thigh, your right thigh to give you a little bit of anchor. Take your right hand, reach up and over. Same thing as earlier, keep both butt bones onto the floor. You're trying to allow your spine to side bend. Oh, that was a mouthful. Take a deep breath in and out. Let yourself fall a little bit deeper into your stretch. Take a deep breath in and out. And come back up and switch. Take your right hand underneath your left thigh. Take your left hand, reach up and over, allowing yourself to side bend. You may have one side that's tighter than the other. That's okay. Just take note of it. Make sure the butt bone, especially your left one's anchored down on the floor as you try to reach for those toes. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And come back up. You're going to turn sideways. Place your hands on the floor behind you. We're going to stretch up into extension. So you can either walk your hands back or keep your hands anchored into the floor and scoot your bum forward. Your goal here is to get your hands as far away from your butt as possible, but keeping your shoulders up and back on a hook. So the further you go, make sure your shoulder doesn't curl forwards. So fingers are pointing away from your butt. Slide your butt forward or slide your hands back into as much shoulder extension as possible. Take some nice big deep breath in through your nose and out. Breathe in and out. And bring yourself up. Give yourself a little break. And we're going to repeat that once more. So either place your hands on the floor, scoot your butt forward, or walk your hands back. Remember, your shoulders should be pulled back and together as you're going up into your extension. See if you can go a little bit further this time. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in and out. And back up. We're going to do our wrist work. Because we're going to do a little bit of a crawling combo, a little bit of a play on what we did on day 12. So you're going to start with your palms facing down onto the floor, fingers pointing forwards, spread your fingers out. You're just going to push yourself forwards as far as you can, and then really work at pushing yourself back with your hands. So trying not to use the rest of your body, but really trying to push the floor away. So I'm pushing down into the floor as I'm rocking back. Make sure you also push with your fingertips. Keep your fingertips, keep your fingers long and extended, and keep your index finger pointing straight ahead. 2 more. Really work at pushing down into that floor. And good. Turn your hands around so that your fingertips are pointing towards your knees. The further your hands are from the body, the harder it's going to be. Spread your fingers out on the floor. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to be pushing into the ground to be pushing ourselves forward. So this time, instead of pushing yourself back, in this back stretch position is where I'm pushing down into the floor to kind of pull myself forward. So it's a little bit of a different motion. Kind of feels funny and counterintuitive. So just give it a try, do your best. you should feel a nice deep stretch and a deep contraction in your forearms. Push with the fingertips. Think about almost pulling yourself forward as you're pushing down into the floor. Two more. And one more. Perfect. You're going to flip your palms up towards your chest. If you can, do the stretch with both hands. Otherwise, just stick to doing one hand at a time. You're going to try making some fists. Try loading as much weight as you can onto your wrists. That's how we make them stronger. As long as you're respecting what your body can take today. So if you're cringing, it's probably too far. 3 more fists. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. All right, we're going to start at one end of our mat. We're going to go into our bear crawl position. So it's going to be in a hands and knee position. We're going to walk to the end of our mat or take a few steps if you're not on a yoga mat. And then we're going to go into our inverted tabletop. So I'll demo the first one so you guys can see what we're doing, and then we'll do it together. So you're going to be on your hands and knees. Make sure your elbow tips or elbow creases are facing each other. Lift your knees an inch off the floor. You're going to walk opposite hand, opposite leg, trying to stay nice and stable, and making sure that you're balancing your back. So you're trying not to arch your back, trying not to round your back, and you're trying not to shift from side to side. So it's almost like you're balancing a glass of water on your back. When we get to the end of the mat, we're going to do our right leg first. Swing the right leg through, go up into your tabletop position. Then we're going to swing our leg back into our tabletop, our bear crawl, and then we're going to try crawling backwards. So our crawl is a nice ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, core exercise. Really, it's a full body exercise. So we're waking up our core first thing in the morning. Everybody ready? We'll do right leg, crawl back, crawl forwards, left leg, crawl back. So everybody in position, wrists directly underneath shoulders, elbow creases facing each other, knees off the floor, opposite hand, opposite leg. Nice, slow and controlled. Move the same distance at the same time. When you get to the end of your mat, lift your right leg, left hand, swing through. Tabletop, squeeze your bum, lift those hips, and then you're going to do the same thing to repeat. So take your right foot off the floor, left hand, swing through into your bear crawl position, and now we'll walk opposite arm, opposite leg to go backwards. Put your knees down, take a deep breath in, and out. One more breath in, and out. We're going to do the same thing with our left. Crawl forwards. When you get to the end, take your left leg, right hand off the floor, swing through, lift, so push the floor away from your hands, push the floor away from your feet, squeeze your bum. Reverse, so take your left foot, right hand, swing around, back to your bear crawl, and move opposite arm, opposite leg, crawling backwards. Put your knees down, take a deep breath in, and out. Breathe in, and out. Repeat, right leg. We're gonna do one more per side. Crawl forwards. Right leg, left arm, swing through. Push your hips up. This time, rock forwards and backwards. We're getting comfortable at moving in different positions. Rock side to side. Now you're going to take that right leg, left arm, swing around, back to our bear crawl. Move opposite arm, opposite leg, backwards to the end of the mat. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Left side, knees off the floor, opposite arm, opposite leg. Get to the end of your mat, left foot, right hand, up and over, hips up. Rock forwards and backwards. to keep those hips up. Rock side to side. Come back to the middle. Left leg, right arm, off the floor. Rotate around and crawl back. Back to the beginning. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in and out. We're gonna try some crab walks this time. So instead of being in your tabletop position, we're gonna be up in our table position. So you're gonna go fingers pointing away from each other. Hips up, shoulders back. We're gonna take a few steps to the end of our mat. When you get to the end, walk back forwards, leading with your feet. One more. And back. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Perfect. We're gonna work on a little bit of hip internal and external strength. We're gonna do it in a supine position. There's many different ways you can work on it. So I'm trying to introduce different ways to you. Remember to always pick the ones that feel best to you. So you're gonna be on your back. We're gonna have our knees and hips bent at 90 degrees. You're gonna make a fist with one hand, doesn't matter which one. You're gonna end up putting it in between your knees. So if ever you have a yoga block, you could do that as well. We're gonna squeeze our fist with our knees and work at pulling our feet apart, and we're gonna hold for 10 seconds. So you should feel this deep inside your hip joint. You may also feel your hip flexors or the front of your hip because you're holding your knees up at 90 degrees. So pick a hand, put it between your knees, squeeze the knees together, pull the feet apart, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet back together on the floor. Take a deep breath in and out. Knees back up. Squeeze the knees together, pull the feet apart. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet back together on the floor. On the next one, I want you to pay attention to the angles of your feet. Do you have the same strength going from right to left? Or do you have one that feels like something's blocking it and that maybe you need some help working on mobility as well? Knees up, squeeze the knees together. Remember, pay attention to the angles of your feet this time. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet back together and down. This time, we're gonna do knees apart, feet together. But when you're pulling your feet, or when you're pushing your feet together, I want you to make sure they stay flexed, and I want you to make sure that the insides of your feet are staying together. So you're gonna be pushing your feet together and pulling your knees apart, but I don't want your ankles to roll. So I should always be able to see the sole of your foot. Ready? Same position. Knees and hips up at 90 degrees. Flex your feet. Make sure that your feet stay nice and flat. Push them together. Pull the knees apart. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring them back together and down. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Knees up, feet super flexed. Push them together. Pull the knees apart. Don't let the ankles roll. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back together. Feet down. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. One last one. Knees up at 90 degrees. Feet super flexed. Push the feet together. Pull the knees apart. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back together and feet on the floor. You're gonna roll back onto your hands and knees. We're gonna finish up today's session with our breathing in a downward dog position. So start with your hands on the floor, fingertips spread out and flat. Elbow creases facing each other. You're gonna push the floor away, drive your bum up, drop those heels. I want you to think about pulling your armpits together. So we're working on rotating the shoulder blade around. Push the floor away. Take a nice big deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in and out. And bring ourselves back down. I'll quickly demo what I meant with the shoulders. When we're here, instead of having our elbows flaring out with our chin poking out, I want you guys to think about pulling or kind of screwing your hands into the floor so that you're trying to wrap your shoulder blade around to your chest. Good? Super key in our overhead position. So let's try that again. Fingertips nice and spread, index pointing forwards. Push yourself up into the downward dog position. Now try to think about screwing your hands into the floor so you're bringing that shoulder blade around to your chest. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Last one here, breathe in and out. And come back down. Wonderful. Thank you again for joining me for a 20-minute session. I'll be back tomorrow on the Fitness Lab page at 8:30 a.m. for a live 20 minutes of movement flow. I hope you enjoyed today. Have a wonderful day. And if you have any special requests for things that you want us to try or work on, just send me a quick DM. Have a great day, guys. Bye.